So you're thinking of putting money away into a pension then?
Well, yeah. I haven't been. A lot of people. I've been
How old are you now?
I'm too old. I'm 47.
It's never too old to pay into it.
But
Are you just employed by Delta? Or
I'm self-employed. I'm
well,
self-employed.
no.
So right now I don't put into the pension. But the way you've just said that about certain people can make $1 million or a lot more. That's fascinating. So in what way again did you say? So he was making a lot of money though.
I would imagine David be on well over £100,000 a year.
Okay, that is a lot of money.
Well, he's a chemist, an industrial chemist, or he was an industrial chemist.
Okay.
He took his pension at 60 and he died at 62.
Why?
He had a heart attack.
Wow. But you're saying he made $1 million from that pension?
Yep.
Okay, because if he's making 100k plus a year, he's going to pay 40%, approximately 40% tax.
Yeah.
So he's still netting around, say, six.
There's a way around that.
How?
You pay more into your pension so you don't pay any tax.
You
don't pay tax and national insurance. So therefore you made a saving of, like, on a normal one it'd be 30%. Because he's he pay after £50,000 you pay 40% tax. Okay,
so you're saying if you put it into the pension?
Yeah, that's right.
I haven't really heard people say that one before.
Yeah, you can put it into a pension. That's what I do, so I don't pay higher tax.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. I definitely need to start a pension.
Yeah. You can offer.
The accountant hasn't even said that though.
Well, the problem is that, say for example, if you're employed, you will sign up to a workplace pension.
Okay, if you're employed, so because I'm self-employed,
yeah,
that's probably why he hasn't mentioned that.
That's down to you, yeah.
Okay, so this only works if you're employed.
No, it depends on how much you earn. So obviously if you turn around to your accountant and you turn around and say, look, I earn this amount of money, I want to put X amount into my pension. Have you actually asked your accountant about your pension?
Well, no.
So ask him about it.
Yeah.
But still, he should have advised you about putting into a pension.
I just think when we're all talking about saving money and saving tax, when you saying that, I think that should be the first one of the options and solutions. Any accountant should say to you, well, look, get a pension in place, start doing this, start doing that, and make a saving.
The thing is as well, you'll be making a certain saving, but not as much as if you're employed, because the employer has to put, well, that's if you sign up for it, the employer has to put so much into your pension pot of your salary. So most will have a workplace pension, so they'll put 4% of your salary into your pension, and then you can put whatever you want in it. With the likes of me, because I used to be in a final salary pension, which I'm not anymore, that final salary pension has now been substituted by another pension, which pays 15% of my salary into my pension fund. And then I put another, basically, I think it's a total of 57% of my wage into that pension pot as well. So I've been paying into one of them for 4 years, and there's over £60,000 in that now. And then I'm just started paying into a new one, which started in April of this year, and there's over £11,000 in that as well.
So how many pensions would you say, like, you should have? One or two? So right now,
one if it's good enough. If you're, I mean, unfortunately now a lot of places don't do final salary pensions. Okay.
Can you name a good pensions scheme to go into?
Well, I'm with Legal and General at the moment.
Well, I'm with them for life insurance.
Yeah, well, as I say, I'm with them. It wasn't my choice because originally I was with Aegon. Now it's what your employer puts you into. So I work for a company, a French company called, I used to be an American company. It's been taken over by the French, and it's called Saint-Gobain. So that's a really big company, that. So that's who their pension provider is. But there's one thing I don't like about this pension pot, or the pension provider, should I say. It's when your money's taken out, I get paid on the 28th. It doesn't go into that pension pot until the 20th next month or the month after. So where is it resting in between?
They're using it, juggling it, or
of course, stuff, exactly. Whereas my Aegon pension, that was more or less like 2 or 3 days after it went straight in. So you would be getting the interest off that as well, because they invest it into obviously schemes, and then you've got interest being paid onto it.
Yeah.
So the Aegon, that was a really good. It's how they invested. The Aegon, they seem to have a better investment strategy
Okay.
than legal in general.
Do they? Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's the thing, isn't it? It's still a risk, isn't it? You
Yeah.
could. That's a positive story, an example what you've said to me. But someone could do that for years and then end up with maybe.
If it's with the big companies, you've got very little chance of that. What they normally ask you is,
So you won't end up at a loss.
No,
You won't be
no,
losing.
no.
Never. Okay.
what they normally do now is, or you might. It depends on your when you actually start off with a pension.
Yeah.
The ones that I've been in, they actually turn around and there's 3 lots of investments. You can have high risk, medium, and low.
Okay.
So, but you won't lose all your money, but you could lose a percentage. So when I started off in the new pension things, I usually go into, because it's only a couple of thousand at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I normally go into a high risk to get it bumped up,
Okay.
and then I go down to medium risk, and then I go down to low to no risk.
Okay. Okay.
So as I say, I would definitely, if you can do it, I would definitely have a word with your accountant to turn around and say, because I know drivers, and I'm not talking about taxi drivers. The company I work for, as I said, is a chemical company,
Okay.
and we have tankers coming in every single day. You know, we have a couple of tanker drivers coming in regular.
Okay.
Now they used to be really well paid, or they still are. So, some of them earn a lot more than me.
HGVs and that.
Yeah.
Tankers.
So, but they don't have good pension schemes. They really have crap pension schemes, because
Okay.
the way that it's always been is, well, you're well paid, you can sort out your own pension. Whereas when you actually look at it, because of the contribution that the company is making to me, it's an extra 15% on top of my salary.
Okay.
So as I say, you've got that works out better than what better than what the drivers are on. But actual cash, they're cash richer than me. But at the end of the day, most of those those wagon drivers, they're working until they drop, because they haven't got the pension in place. And when they decide to put into pensions, they're looking at an angle, especially if they're self-employed, they're looking at an angle of how they can pay less tax. So therefore they have different rates of national insurance.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's interesting. It's you've got me thinking. I definitely, it's, like you said, it's, even though I'm 47, it's still better late than never. Isn't
Well,
it?
a lot of the time as well, if you're working for a company or something like that, that's why I can't understand about some drivers. They turn around and they, like, say for example, one of the companies that we deal with is a haulage company called Sutton's, and they'll turn around and say they'll put the government minimum into the workplace pension, which is about 4%. So for every £100 that you get, you're getting £4. I know it sounds nothing, but if somebody turned around and said, I'm going to give you an extra £4 for every 100 that you're earning, and you don't have to do anything for it apart from just sign a paper saying that you accept it, you wouldn't turn it down, would you?
No, definitely, it's free money. Yeah.
Yeah, because as I say, they work it out. Just say, for example, if you're on £300 or £400 a week, it's £12 plus.
It's adding up.
Yeah.
Uber's got a pension. I forgot the ins and outs of it, to be honest. So you're allowed to kind of pay so much into it, but you can't really remember too much information about it.
As I say, if I was you, I mean, in my 20s and early 30s, I'll be honest with you, I never bothered paying into a pension, because you always think you're going to win the lottery or something's going to happen, don't you?
So when did you start then?
Properly paying into a pension, that would have been in like your 40s, to be honest with you.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So you left it late as well?
Oh, yeah. I turned around and said, right then, I want to buy my house. So as far as I was concerned, I was making overpayments on the house just to get it down, and I managed to pay that pension off. God, about 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay. No, yeah, definitely be looking into it. So if you get made redundant, what are you going to do with all your spare time?
I don't have enough time as it is now on my days
What?
off.
Work, kids, go friends?
I normally go over the water, so I'll be going to like New Brighton, whatever, West Kirby, Hoylake, all along there, and obviously I'm thinking about long-term holiday lets as well.
Is in what, investing in them?
No, just going away.
It's just a bit gridlocked there, so I'm going to shoot down here. Okay, so just going away, spending some time, you, the kids, wife?
No, months at a time.
Okay, where are you thinking?
Well, Portugal. I know only you can go over there for 3 months or a month at a time, but also I don't want to be going too far afield, because I like Europe, I like Portugal. Gibraltar as well, because obviously you can spend as much time as you want in Gibraltar, and it doesn't, you're not affected by the
3 month rule.
The 3 month rule.
Okay.
Because it's British.
Okay. So you just want to start doing some travelling?
Yeah.
You got a wife?
No. just a partner. Well, she's got her place, I've got mine.
Okay.
That's the way. That's a good way of working.
Yeah, the world's a big place, so much to see, isn't it? Pick up a lot of people doing that nowadays, just travelling, digital nomads.
Also, as well, yeah, same thing as selling a house, getting a flat or something like that, lock up and go.
What do you mean?
Well, just a nice little secure place, nothing too big. Just lock it up, and you're not really bothered about it. But you've got all the bills and everything else with the house, haven't you? Really?
You're still gonna have that with a flat, though, aren't you?
Well, not really. It's like the only problem I'd have with a flat is the service charge. I don't like that wasted money.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you can.
And also with a flat, it's a lot more secure, or usually a lot more secure than a house.
So you want a flat in the UK?
Oh yeah.
But just downsize, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I've got rooms. It's a 3-bedroom house where I live in, but I don't use the dining room. I don't use the back bedroom. The other bedroom is only used when I've got people stopping.
Makes sense then to downsize.
Yeah.
Any hobbies or passions other than travelling?
History.
What part?
Everything.
Okay, what, like when you say everything, that's very broad. I mean,
Well,
the war. A lot of people, it's the war, Roman times.
Just basically how everything meshes in. I collect coins.
Oh, okay.
And obviously that's how I got into history. Obviously, how the just basic stuff, and so you basically always say, right, follow the money, don't they? They always say follow the money.
Okay, you could be going back to the cradle of civilization, following the money.
Oh, so, you can go back a lot further than that, to be honest with you. Do you reckon like prehistory is about 10,000 years old? They had coins then. If you look at just like some of the stuff, if you turn around and say, right then, the terminology of how they use things, the wording, it's just like saying, obviously you know the term cash is Chinese.
Okay, cash is Chinese.
Cash is Chinese. Because if you actually look, and you would have seen some drawings or paintings, you would have seen them, you wouldn't know what you're really looking at. Okay. But I didn't until I started, like you say, with the coin thing. And you would have you've seen all these pictures of it, Chinese with beads round here.
Okay, yeah.
Well, they were pieces of metal. And you'd have gold, silver, bronze. And that was it, with a stamp, the emperor's stamp on it. That was the denomination of cash.
Okay.
So that was where the British get the word cash from.
Okay, interesting.
And then if you look at like Victorian times, Queen Victoria, that was the first time you could ever, and this is another way how you can find whether a coin's dodgy or whatever. Let's have a look, see if I can get a coin, I'll show you. And this is the way all British coins are minted. So if you got the Queen's head, see, on the reverse side, everything should be a straight line going up. Whereas at one time it was offset, didn't have to be. Okay. So you could get the long sight more forgery. So if you look at most coins will have it. It's basically a line that runs through an imaginary line. So it's perfectly in line with the head.
Okay, well.
So if you look at 1 pences, 2 pences, 5s, 20 pences, that's the way all coins are. And that was from Victorian times. Before that, never happened.
Okay. So do you collect it just as a hobby or as an investment?
No, just as a hobby.
Because like gold coins, a lot of people.
Oh God, yeah. I wish I would have been collecting gold coins years ago.
Silver, even gold coins.
Silver's not that. Silver's not that much, to be honest with you. Silver.
Isn't it?
I mean, I'll give you an example. I bought silver coins, and they're minted by the Royal Mint. And I've never bought them from the Royal Mint. I bought them from a woman on eBay who was selling her dad's collection.
Oh, okay.
And it was £5 coins, £10 coins, and £20 coins.
Wow.
Right.
What year was that?
Oh, you don't get them in circulation. You actually buy them, but the value of the silver is, I think silver is about £14 an ounce now, something like that.
Okay.
But even so, it's promised to pay the bearer. So you could go into, you wouldn't take him to a shop, but you could go to a post office or a bank and turn around. Although it's a silver coin.
Your friend?
Yeah, it's £5 or £10.
So you could get it if you handed it in.
I'm just by the Adelphi Marg. Hello?
Hello?
I'm just by the Adelphi.
By the Adelphi?
Yeah, I'm stuck in traffic.
You are?
I'm stuck in...
You're stuck in traffic?
Yeah.
Okay. We're just standing outside Marks and Spencer's.
Well, go to your next shop and I'll give you a call, Marg.
Yeah, okay. Do you want me to walk down and meet you somewhere?
No, it's okay. Just go to your next shop.
Right, okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. You're missing out on shopping time. No, as I say, I bought the coins off this woman, and even though they have a face value of 5 10s and 20s, and they'd have to pay me 5 10s and 20s, I was buying them for about £2 or £3 a pop.
Okay.
And she was made up to get rid of the collection, so much so that she actually contacted me and said, would you like me father's cases? Because you would have seen coin cases where you open a little case and there's all the compartments for
Different ones, yeah.
all in felt. So there was 2 or 3 layers of them. So we ended up buying the whole collection. But they are actually they are currency. They're not just because they're silver. They are still currency.
What about copper? The same, still currency.
Well, copper's the same, yeah, but it's copper's low value, isn't it? Don't get me wrong; it's still classified as a semi-precious metal. Even bronze, is a semi-precious metal, but it's 2 metals. Bronze is 2 metals, not like.
So, what got you into that? Because it's an interesting hobby.
What got me into that? Well, I used to live in a pub, and all the sailors that used to come to the pub used to give me all the slummy.
Okay.
You know, for all the foreign countries they've been
from all
to.
of these different places.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I used to stick them in little, tobacco tins.
Oh yeah.
You know, St. Bruno and all this kind of stuff in Golden, Virginia. So I used to have them, and basically I forgot all about them. They were in the attic, and I discovered them years later. And I God, yeah, I forgot. I started looking through some of them, and I started doing a little bit of research on them, Google and stuff. Going, oh God, this one's worth a few bucks. This currency doesn't exist. That country doesn't exist.
could be sitting on a gold mine.
No. I'd know about that. It's just like saying you've got coins from Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia doesn't exist anymore.
I would have thought that'd have some value though.
No.
No.
Well, even if you get,
because it's a rare, anything that's a rarity, it seems to
usually
have some value.
But just imagine how many millions upon millions of coins would have been minted.
True.
And it's just like saying Russian coins, German coins from the Second World War, all those things. And a lot of them, I mean, they are cheap. You look at British coins from Victorian times. You would have thought they'd be worth a few bob, but just think that currency was all over the world.
Okay. So when you say your history you're into, is it more to do with the coins or just in general?
Just in general.
Okay. What other parts of history, what things about history do you like?
Like Rome, all that kind of stuff, Greece.
Yeah, it is fascinating, isn't it?
How it ties in with religion and stuff like that.
Are you religious?
No, but I like to see where the propaganda comes from.
Propaganda. Are you an atheist?
I'm not an atheist. I don't give it that much thought, but you can actually see how things are done. Just like saying, read stuff about Moses and stuff where they turned around and said something. When the actual Jews left Egypt, you're trying to get in it, yeah. When the actual Jews left Egypt, they weren't actually slaves.
Okay.
They were actually guarding certain parts of the Mediterranean.
In what way? So?
Egypt was a rich, powerful country, so everybody wanted a slice of the pie. So they hired mercenaries and the Jews, or later became the Israelites. They were renowned for the prowess as military.
Okay.
So they actually had them there guarding, and then somebody turned around and said, "These Canaanites, the ones that keep on robbing from us."
Are you okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
No, great perspective. I loved that.
Okay.